Stop the music. Stop the music. We're here. Do we have any viewers?
Please don't stop the music.
15 minutes. It took us 15 minutes to get this going. Plus the 50 minutes beforehand.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey.
All right, we've got our Nolan.
We
I
have
just
Nolan.
returned from something. Oh boy. Okay.
I love this.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, no. No way.
It's so good.
Okay, I love this person, this character.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. We have the Nolan, which means we can begin. We will. You know what? Let's hold off on the tablet for now. We're pretty behind. I want to make sure we can actually get stuff done.
Okay.
And that's definitely something that can come up very organically.
Right.
So with all of this stuff that's been happening, you've been learning your things. I was telling them, Nolan, that you're each going to have a bar of, like a progress bar of 12. You're just going to take 12 study hits in order to learn whatever skill you are trying to learn here. Remember, you guys will get 2 actions every rest, and why don't we do that now? Why don't we take our first actions right now?
Okay.
Beginning of campaign action.
Great. I'm gonna put in since I have a pixel, I'm gonna put it into focus so that I can make a better study check. I want to learn.
Okay.
Eager. I'm committed to being here.
You have 2 actions, and I will remind you. Why can't I find it? Where did they go? I will remind you that they are. Your options were, as for now, gather, craft, work, or set up shop and study.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with just doing a couple of those.
Someone's a bad student and cannot read any of Kadari's writing, and Kadari won't slow down enough for Osama to understand.
That sounds accurate. Yes.
I failed.
Twice?
Oh no! I just did 1 check. I'll study. Yeah, I'll study twice. I'm really determined. I'm gonna use different dice.
I'm sorry. Apparently my camera keeps crashing.
That's fine.
Yes.
Refresh.
Out of 6 and 4.
2. All right, good. You already got 2 bits of progress. You're pretty far along already. Okay, the slow motion dice roll.
Oh.
All right. So for my first roll, I did get 1 6. Also, didn't we say since we're advanced and I trained in focus,
Yes.
is
You're right.
that bonus success?
Well, yeah, that'll actually do that. That means Osama also gets an extra hit.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks for remembering that.
That was a very good
Yes.
catch.
Ooh.
Second check. Double 6s.
God damn it, Aaron! Every time.
Okay.
So is that 4 successes?
That is 4. That is 4. I'm starting to regret giving you guys a free one. I didn't realize it would. I might have to increase these bars a little bit.
Yeah. Like, do you want to increase my spirit?
Aaron is like.
Yeah.
So freaking good.
2 and
at
4.
rolling, you bastard.
You're probably gonna have
Hey,
to.
it's kid friendly. It's fine. It's fine.
Do I have to roll like physical dice or
You roll whatever you want.
Okay.
We're gonna make you a little quieter. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, so we'll take care of some of these bookkeeping things real quick, but I am excited to get into the actual stuff. And in fact, we can take anyone who hasn't done it. We can take care of it in Discord. Just write down what you got. You don't have to. We don't have to take time with that.
Okay.
So, Ventorum. Specifically
Yes.
Ventorum and Jethro. You're hanging out in your room. Jethro's there. You're just chatting about the day, and you have hit it off pretty well. Petting Mystic
Yeah.
the cat, and you hear a knock on your door.
I open the door.
You see standing before you Theatrix.
Oh, hi!
Ooh.
Hey, Ventorum. Actually, Gretel's there too, behind her.
Oh. Hi.
Hey, Professor Ursine wanted to see us. She's calling all of, it seems, the whole human wing, out to meet us at meet her at the front.
All four
Oh.
people.
Okay.
All 4 people. Yep. And
Cool.
and she begins, kind of walking away and says, "You ready to go?"
Yeah. I grab a few things and I'm set to go.
All right. And as you walk through the halls, the lengthy and very large, kind of cavernous halls, wide enough for a large winged being to fly through. Eventually getting to the main entrance of the hallway and or of the school, and turning out to see the large gardens, and you see out there Professor Ursine, who is a human, she is the only human professor at the school. And you also see Vidonary, Headmaster Vidonary, towering in all of his 12-foot glory. Alongside them, you see a very large human with dark skin, dressed in strong finery. Looks very wealthy. And alongside him seems to be some kind of a companion that looks well armed. And upon seeing you, Professor Ursine motions you over. Oh,
All
good.
right.
Yeah. Good to see you guys. We have a little surprise for you. This is our new human student, Aphid Gardellan.
Hello. It's nice to meet you.
All right.
Aphid will be staying in the room right next to yours, she says to Ventorum and Jethro. And I'm hoping that you guys will be able to give him a tour and show him around the campus. Ventorum, I know you've only been here for a short while, but this will be your first time to really give a tour and take a teaching role. Won't that be cool?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. All right.
Nolan.
I turn to the others. I still don't know where everything is.
Nolan, you would be kind of surprised to see the people here. Like, you've heard tales, you kind of knew what to expect. Professor Ursine is a pale woman with dark violet hair, wearing dark blue, very dark blue, nearly black robes, and she's even got like the typical like little floppy wizard hat thing going on. She has on her chest, on the chest part of her robe, she has like the symbol of like Ursa Major, basically. She has a crescent moon and a bear symbol. And so she's a little interesting. She's got the weird colored hair. Same with her eyes. It's the same like very dark blue violet color. The students who approach you are also strange. The girl known as Gretel with her red hair also has like bits of moss and plants growing in it. Theatrix also has like a darker blue hair color. They look very strange for humans. but they're definitely not the strangest thing. The strangest thing to you is the Donnery. He is a colossal figure measuring about 12 feet tall, including very large antlers, and he is draped in dark robes as well. But the parts of him that you can see include his head is the skeletal figure of a deer head, and you can see long, like strangely long fingers, also made purely of bone, coming out of his sleeves. You may not have heard of him based on where you're from, but you gather that he is very well known in this city. And yep. Anything? Any questions?
There's a kind of a, I want to say a sort of haughty kind of look, but there is you can tell that that Aphid does regard the headmaster with some degree of respect.
Yes, that seems appropriate. Disrespect, if not terror. That's most people's first reaction.
Respect. Terror.
How do you look, Ventorum? Would you like to describe yourself?
Yes. Ventorum. He's a bit shorter than Aphid. He's brown hair, about shoulder length, dressed in fairly plain clothing. He has 2 swords on him. One on his back, like one over his shoulder, one across the side of his back. And yeah.
Very
Through
armed even when relaxing at school. Good to know.
There's he kind of squints his eyes at you and Asamu in particular. Like there's something about you guys that like, have I seen you somewhere before?
I suppose Osama has noticed what was going on. You were probably out in the garden and have approached.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hi, Osama.
And let's just to make it easy, Kethis was with him. You guys were picking apples together. For
I would probably be out. I would actually probably be out trying to harvest more herbs and ingredients. So I would probably be there.
Hi,
I was
Kethis.
probably helping you reach up to high places.
Yeah, so Nolan gives you that, or Aphid gives you that little look of like recognition, and
it's like he can't place you, but he's seen you guys somewhere. I've seen you somewhere before. I can't really tell, but maybe it was at a gala a couple of years ago.
I'm thinking.
I don't think so.
Do I recognize Aphid or anything about Aphid?
Let me get. What's your focus score?
2.
2.
Yeah.
You do not.
Imagine having a focus score.
Okay. I don't think so. I've never been to a gala or anything.
Surely must be some form of event. Don't worry. I will remember soon. Maybe
Okay.
I tired you.
I haven't.
I see you've made
Actually-
a new friend, Ventorum.
You did say you work as a guard. Jethro chimes in.
Right, but I'm trying to think. I don't think I've actually taken a job since the. Well, I mean, if it was more than a couple years ago, possibly.
Oh, before we met.
Yeah. That was the last guard job I took.
Perhaps. Well, maybe I may look to hiring you sometime in the future.
Oh, yeah.
If
We are
you like.
registered over at Wild Yonder, so
Oh, I
The
me
three
know.
of us, the giant says, who looms over even the headmaster.
Yeah, well, you're probably about actually the same height when it comes to after accounting for your slouch.
Yeah.
And then I'm literally just on Osuma's shoulder.
Yeah, let's get a description of you two. Osama, what are you? What do you look like?
So I am part of the giant race of Endu, and I have midnight black skin, actually more like midnight blue, with starlight coming out, and there's constellations, like tattoos, various things, particularly one very long constellation which resembles a spear, and standing tall at 18 feet, but mostly standing out of slouch. I'm a giant. Covered in stars, very different from anything else around.
And on the polar opposite side of the scale, you get me. I am a 2'8" Mogi, and I'm covered in brown fur. I have on some basic clothes, but you can tell that they're really just scraps of clothes. Like Kethis does not have nice clothes by any sort of the imagination. He's carrying a backpack for herbs, and he mostly and if he's with Osama, he occasionally likes sitting on Osama's shoulder because it's so hard for Kethis to keep up.
Oh, and I figure as far as clothes go, Osama probably usually only wears a simple loincloth for decency, but probably because in this colder area he's using a blanket like poncho, and wears a wrap, probably. Just to shield from the cold and wind.
It's a special poncho with some sentimental value, right?
Yeah.
Patched together from many different cloths.
By a very special woman.
Hey, if it
Who
works,
wants
it works.
nothing to do with me.
Womp womp.
Oh. All right. So I think that pretty much covers introductions. As after you take in this site, Professor Ursine continues to you. We'll get your engraving done in the coming days, but for now, here is a visitor pass. Do not lose this, she says, handing you a rune stone on a cord to be worn as a necklace. Without having this rune, you will not be able to navigate the school. The rest of you have gotten your tattoos done. You each have a runic inscription tattooed on you somewhere of your choosing, and it will remain there until you leave the school, and at which time it will be removed.
Okay.
It's just one of the many security measures that the school takes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can.
Go ahead.
He was gonna say something about appreciating security.
Yeah.
Or you're very secure here.
Mm-hmm. I I can go ahead and show you to your room. I've got some things I should drop off at my room.
Oh, please, show me the way.
All right. I'll go ahead and show Aphid to his room. And I'll drop my swords back off at my room. I picked them up because when Ursine wanted to see us, I thought it was going to be something different.
What are you carrying, Aphid? Like, you're kind of a rich dude. Are you like a heavy traveler? Do you have like suitcases on suitcases?
Probably. So there's probably through this whole conversation, you might see his retainer with him, and like this is like tall, I guess like another. We haven't really gone into details about this character, but like he's probably also carrying some suitcases, but he's been like completely silent this whole time. Aphid probably has a backpack on, but like he's also wearing like a fine traveling coat with like golden embroidery and like cufflinks, and he's very decked out in finery, and it's like he has like I want to say flamboyance, or like is it austerity, where it's like you kind of there's an austerity about him.
$10 word.
10. Very cool. Yeah. And so you are how tall? Like 7'2"?
Roughly 6'8".
6'8"?
Between 6'4" and 6'8", somewhere around there. Probably 6'4", 6'8" on a good day.
6'8" on a good day.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He does look young, though. He does look like under his 20s as far as age is concerned.
And
okay. Oh yeah, for age, Ventorum looks around mid-20s.
So as you walk through the hall, Ursine will actually lead you guys to the room to help get things dropped off. And you're walking through the halls actually don't have any doors anywhere. They're just like sheer flat rock stone walls. But they have like carvings in them at various points. And as you walk up to the point where your room is, Ursine kind of shows you how it works, and she pulls out she pulls out a stone. It's actually probably it's probably actually on your necklace. She just tells you to approach the wall. And as you do, the runes above, like just the runes that are on the wall, glow, and the stone begins to separate and create an archway for you to walk through.
Neato.
David's like completely fascinated by this. There's like he drops like his, I guess, haughty pretense, and there is a look of interest and fascination as this unfolds.
The room is, by your standards, probably very small, but you are getting you don't have a roommate, and so I don't know if you're familiar with like the size of a dorm room, but I would say think of like the size of a typical bedroom, like a standard bedroom, and it's maybe like twice that size. So what, maybe like 15 by 15 or something. So it is furnished. It is already pre-furnished. It has like a bed, an actual bed. They might have even Ventorum, you might notice that this room seems a little nicer than yours. Like it seems like they upgraded the furniture and stuff.
Oh.
Turn. My character does turn to the headmaster. He's like, "I assume this room is for my retainer."
Oh.
Your retainer. He simply says, "No. Your retainer will not be welcome on school grounds past this day, save for special requests for a visitor pass. We do not allow outsiders so lightly within the premises.
I see. Is this Venturum's room?
Mine's right here. I'll open the.
Oh.
I'll open up my room, which is right next door, where I do drop off my swords. This is mine and Jethro's room.
There,
Is this surely must be? Is this? This is smaller than my ship's quarters.
What kind of ship were you on? That's
well, well, I am pleased you had such a luxurious journey aboard the seas.
I suppose this will do for now. One must get acquainted to such measures.
Oh. It, Theatrix pipes up and says, "Oh, don't worry, we'll be right across the hall to keep you company. It'll be great, you'll see."
Oh, I see.
And Gretel is staring at you like she wants you to die.
Yeah, that's Gretel.
Don't worry, she does that to everybody.
Yeah.
She's now staring at Ventorum like she wants him to die.
See, case apparently. I'm not even there.
All right. Vidonary speaks and says, "Well, I will leave you to your people." And he turns around and begins to walk away. Basically filling the hallway as he walks. Osama is a larger entity than him height-wise, but Vidonary is actually weirdly wide. You don't know what's under his cloak, but he is very broad.
Osama's slender.
Osama's got that muscle tone.
And then Kethis is basically just a Furby.
Kethis, yeah, kind of. He's like a Furby mixed with
Gremlin.
I don't know. I can't. He's kind of like a cat-like race, but like, think of like a humanoid cat with like thicker arms, like thicker, pudgier arms. He looks kind of like a Neopet or like a plushie, right? He looks like he looks like a plushy version of a cat.
Okay.
That's like humanoid with a big old head and like big ears and big eyes. Looks like something you'd win at the carnival.
Oh my god! and that's how Kethis got to the castle. Was he was won as a carnival prize, and then the rich boy took him home, and Kethis annoyed the king so much.
Wait, actually, you were one as a
no.
prize? Oh.
Annoying the king too much and get thrown in the dungeon, though. That happened.
No,
right?
that's actually what happened.
Yeah,
well,
we're just not a very good cartographer. What?
So I'm pretty sure the king kept me because I was a good cartographer, but I annoyed him too much, so he locked me in my special room, which was the dungeon, and Kethis was like, "Yay, special room!"
You must love your new special room.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little easy bake oven in there for you.
Oh my god!
It's perfect height. I actually like that. I want that to be canon. You have like a magical oven that's like really small just for you, and it's basically an easy bake.
Yeah, a super small easy bake oven where I make all my small magic cookies.
But all right, so you, after helping Aphid move his things into the very tiny closet, as far as he is concerned, I'm kind of picturing that scene with from Hero Academia where Yao Yorozu moves in, and her bed fills up the entire room, except you don't have a bed. I mean, you have a bed, but you didn't bring your own. After you get him settled in, you get you give him a little tour of all the locations, the eating area, the bathing area, the well where you get to fetch water if you want. Although it's actually very advanced here. Things are very, very magically advanced. The bathing area is very nice. It has running, automatically heated water. These people don't live in. Honestly, it's probably more luxury than you're used to. Aphid, this is it's not that they're super rich. I mean, they kind of are. They're a famous school, but it's more that they are experts in magic. So they have just top of the line everything magic wise. Everything, even down to the doors, are magical here. So the room might be a little bit of a shock at first, but you probably start to be okay, maybe everything's not so bad.
Maybe.
And with that, I believe it would be a good time to, you go your separate ways, you get settled in. The next day, Ventorum, Osama, Kethis, you are going about your rounds, or at least Ventorum is. You go out on the town, kind of after school, I guess. You do your classes in the morning, and afterward, in the afternoon, you are... By the way, I might actually be requiring one study check from each of your actions on rests. That might be a good way to, be oh, you're in school. So, in the... Afterwards in the day, you go to Wild Yonder, again, check the job posting, see if anything's there, and you actually see something. There's a post.
Oh!
There is a post, missing, it basically just says, stolen purse. Reward 17 silver. And at the bottom of it, you see the request is on behalf of one Aphid Gardelin.
Oh. Wow, that's pretty bad luck. First day here.
What does it say, Ventorum?
Wait.
Aphid lost his purse.
Aphid?
Oh, your new friend.
Is he the guy we met yesterday?
Yes.
Huh. I thought he was a friend. Apparently, he's our employer.
Yeah. Well, for this one, let's go find it.
Does it say anything more than that, or no?
Does it?
I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. It might have some slight details, but contact. It doesn't say anything more. It is as advertised, and as you go over to Bjorn, the keep of this guild location, and when you ask him about it, he gives you more details. And he says, "Oh, I was wondering if you'd find that one after coming in looking for work all this time. Little bit better paying. That was some rich little yakety came in the other day, all in a huff about his purse being stolen. You dress like that, I mean, that's pretty much what you should be expecting. But anyway, he was good enough to offer up a reward, and I said if we find anyone who's capable and willing to do it, I'll send him a letter and let him know." So, you guys fancy yourselves to be detectives?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like fun.
Do.
All right. Well,
We'll do our best.
we'll fill out the paperwork for you real quick and see if we can't, see if you can't find it. This will be kind of a competitive one, I will say. If anyone else finds it before you, then they'll claim their reward, but we'll draw up a contract for you real quick, and there you go. I'll send a missive. I believe he was staying at... Oh, he's a student at the academy. You might be able to find him yourself.
Yes, we actually met him yesterday.
Bjorn, by the way, being, of course, an elf. A humanoid, a larger humanoid, standing on average maybe 2 or 3 inches taller than a human. That plus their antlers grants them a good height of 8 or 9 feet. And, oh wow, those would be pretty big antlers. We'll say 7 or 8 feet. As well as massive feathered wings that fold behind their backs when not in use.
Mm-hmm.
Also, aloha to our viewer, Brass.
Hey.
So, yeah, he offers to send a letter out, a missive, and he gets one of his runners, someone who is it's just another elf, a younger elf, who is employed basically just as a post service for the guild, and he has him send the letter out, and sends you, just lets you go on your way. He's not going to kick you out or anything. Just good luck.
I wonder, after we leave, I'm going to say, I wonder if he lost it under his bed.
You have some
I lose
information
things
for us, Kethis.
I lose things under my bed all the time. It would be conceivable to lose his purse under his bed.
Hmm.
We could give that a try.
I suppose it's a possibility.
And you asked if there was anything more on the post.
Mm-hmm.
Under the it also says, "I will know if anything's missing." So, yes, continue your walk back. You guys are slow. Everyone else is flying above head. Like, this is an elf city. The primary citizens of this, 95% of people here are elves. And they mostly fly. There's not a whole lot of foot traffic. Some people are walking just because it's fun, but you're slowly walking on a pretty wide path. Despite it being a very bustling, busy city, the pedways are actually pretty clear and nice.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. I'm not going to get trampled today.
Yeah, today. You.
Oh well. Right, so we probably want to speak with Aphid, but also do you know of any suspicious people around? It's a huge city, so might not be anyone that we've necessarily met yet.
Suspicious?
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Oh yeah, Kethis doesn't know. Do you understand what stealing is, Kethis?
It's when you borrow without asking. And then you
borrow without asking. That's very good.
And then you refuse to return it.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I actually suppose that when he sends out the letter, he would see if there's anywhere that you would like to meet. Because you guys do need to meet up. So, where would you have requested, like, a time and place to meet?
I I guess in maybe like an hour around the campus. Make it easy for him.
Okay, like out in the garden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can look for herbs while we're there waiting.
Oh.
Aphid, you receive a missive saying that you have some people willing to take the job, and they request to meet them in the gardens in an hour.
Alrighty. So he does make his way. Yeah.
So you meet each other in the gardens, and Aphid, you may be surprised to see your flatmate or your dorm mate.
Oh, I see. It's the tour guide and his the familiar two, Ventrilo and I'm sorry, the large one. I forgot your name.
Yes. I take a.
It's okay. People don't normally remember my name most of the time.
I take
Sometimes
a.
I forget my own name.
Do I remember my name? Oh my gosh. Oh, give me a second. So I take Osama takes a deep breath in, and says, "My name is Osama Iyakudu Hombada Rashido Kwazikadu Najima Fushinakado Todori Makisa Kanjika Bayahadianda Tika Maliomo Sudu Fundawajiro Nakaido." It's a pleasure to meet you.
I see. Large name for such a large person. It is.
We call me Osama.
Osuma, yes. Osama and Ventrilo. Okay.
Ventorum.
Ventorum.
I'm just Kathis.
Oh boy.
Cathexis. You were the plant picker from yesterday, yes?
Yeah, I'm the herb person.
The herb person. All right.
The herb person. Yes.
So much for the headmaster's touting of the security of this place. I suppose you've already read the request.
Yeah, we saw that your purse went missing. Did you check under your bed? I mean, I know I lose things under my bed all the time, so I just want to make sure.
Oh, it's such a tiny place. I was able to check everywhere. That was no problem. I could not find it. I believe there's more. It could just be petty thieves, but I do have a request if I can join with you guys on your investigations.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, you will be properly rewarded and so forth. All right.
So it seems we have a mystery afoot.
Mm-hmm. Did you leave the school grounds at all? Since
No, I spent all yesterday just trying to address the drab decor of my room, try to make it more appealing for myself, But
do you remember having the purse yesterday?
yes, that is my most prized or valuable possession on my person. Well, yes, most. It is. It was missing since this morning, and that's the last time I've seen it was when I woke up, and I went to
Very
grab
fast to put up notice. Can't have been gone. Couldn't have gone too far. So
it disappeared from your room at night.
I'm possibly.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it at all this morning.
Okay, but you had it last night before you went to sleep.
I think so. Yes.
You did, yes.
Okay.
I was about to see what my insight said about how well he's remembering. Like, if I really believe that he's sure.
What's your insight?
I believe my insight's a 2.
And you think he's not sure? You think he's lying?
I don't know if he's sure. Yeah, that's.
You're
I
pretty
have
sure he's
open
telling
eye,
the
which
truth.
answers my. Okay.
All right. So let's. Yeah. If we go over to his room, will I be able to open the door to it?
Will you be able to open... You will not be able to open the door.
All right.
He can open the door.
He can, but I
Yeah,
can't.
He still has his
Visitor pass.
Okay.
amulet.
So let's go ahead and ask who would have access to Nolan's room.
Who would have access? I suppose... That's an interesting question. I don't know who... I don't
There's
think
that
I'm the one to
security
answer.
room.
There was the person that was with you yesterday.
The retainer.
My retainer, I can assure you, would never do such a thing. I've known him most of my entire life, and he is one of my most loyal.
There's always a possibility that accident can happen, and have retained onto the purse after leaving.
Let's see. Let's see if I can help you along here. Yeah, so any ideas on where you might be able to get started on this? You're out in the gardens right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
yeah?
I was thinking, I remember there being a security room where we first got our amulets.
Yeah, it was just the front office.
At the front office.
Have you checked the lost and found?
Gosh, is it that easy? Is it that easy? Come on.
Shall we check the lost and found?
Might as well. I would imagine it's in the front office, right? We can go there and we can see if anyone checked out another visitor's house.
All right. Ooh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, the front is currently being manned by Olga. Good old Olga. Olga the elf. She's just one of the people who work there occasionally. And you see her. She's just, like a brown-haired elf.
Hey.
She looks up. Oh, it's you, she says with some mild disdain.
In these rooms, there's enough room for me to.
Yes, you are in elfy room. There might not be enough room for you to stand up all the way because you're way too big, but it's comfortable.
Is she looking at any one of us in particular when she says that, or
She doesn't care about you. She more cares about. I think she's just kind of looking at the whole group.
Hmm.
Actually, you might roll sense or invest or sense or sleuth, whatever you've got.
Just Nolan, right?
Yeah, just Nolan.
Okay.
I don't have my dice with me. Do you
I
guys?
will roll.
Is there? Thank you.
Yeah,
you-
here, I
you-
got you.
You can use the Discord. There is a channel called They See Me Rollin'.
And I just tagged you there.
Yeah,
See
and
me
you don't do like a /R or anything. You just type like 2d6. Oh my gosh! I'm sorry, I stole that from. You know, I'm counting that as your roll.
I'll take it.
Okay, so perfect
Yeah.
roll. You.
roll. Oh shoot.
Oh, you get this like crazy insight. You have like a brain blast, like a That's So Raven future sight episode, and you just like Sherlock Holmes together this image of like her dealing with Ventorum, like coming in, getting his pass, like maybe losing his pass a couple times. Kethis just kind of getting on her nerves in general. Osama, first of all, being a Jotun and always like complaining that he was bumping his head on the front door. Just
Not a
bad
Jotun.
memories.
I only lost my pass twice.
I don't think I'm that annoying.
And then she sees you, another human, come in and and thinks, "Oh no, not another one, not again."
We were wondering if there had been any recent visitor passes given out in the past day.
There have been. Wait, no, she says, "What's it to you?"
Oh.
Also, we are wondering if there's a lost and found.
And if we can figure out who else would have access to Aphid's room.
Yes, you see, he believes something very dear to him has been stolen. And we are trying to recover it.
It is a pouch, just a burlap pouch. There would be a Gardellan insignia on it if you have seen it.
Aphid, tell me, would you have like pressed for your what are they called? You're not your
Retainer.
vessel, but your retainer. Would you have pressed for your retainer to have a key to your room?
Probably not. No.
Okay. So in that case, she responds, "We only give out a single key, a single temporary key to each person who comes in. If you lose the key, then you must go through the proper avenues to get another one. Go through all the security checks. You know this," she says, looking at Ventorum.
Yeah, yes.
But so the number of people who would have been able to access his room would be him and him alone, save for higher level staff and myself.
I see.
Higher level staff.
As for your pouch, I will see if anyone has delivered such an item. And she, from under her desk, she starts pulling out like some knickknacks. There's like a compass and a watch, and then she pulls out like a big old burlap sack. That sounds like it's full of like metal, like just bits and pieces of metal, and it's like big, like a nice like 5 foot across kind of pouch. And she says, "Is this it?"
That can't be it. Could it?
No,
what is it?
I don't believe.
It sounds like there's a lot of shiny objects in there, though.
Okay, she puts it back
Does
under her
sound
desk, and you hear like a
I hope-
crashing sound.
I hope the owner finds it soon.
She pulls out a stained glass window, and she pulls aside like just a large, like plate of like seasoned yak leg.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I
Favorite.
think I might have watched that.
She ignores your statement, and finally she pulls out some kind of like weird little puzzle-looking thing, like some metal rings that fit together, and says, "That seems to be it."
Oh.
Your bag is not here, and you should not be either. Please leave.
Hey,
Okay.
Wait. I would like to.
Shouldn't you be learning to read?
I am working on that. Can I activate my blessed by Balder?
Okay. To do what?
To get her to be a little bit more to charm. I'd like to charm
Okay.
to kind of get her to want to help us a little more. Maybe tell us if there was any visitors. Because when I asked before, she's like, "What's it to you?" You know. So I didn't get an answer.
Okay. I will absolutely let you make a charm check.
hold on.
Hold on, you're not allowed to charm yet. Kethis has to like get up on your shoulder or something and pose. Look cute.
You know what I'm thinking. I'm trying to decide if it's worth it. No, save it, save it,
I know what
save
you're
it.
thinking. Poison
Okay.
boots?
All right. Am I activating the, or you're just letting me because I'm
Oh,
blessed by
activate it.
Balder?
Activate it.
Activate it. Yeah.
And that just lets you make the check.
Wait.
That's not true. You can make the check. Activate it to... It's your choice if you want to activate it. You will get an extra die if you want to.
Yeah. Like
Me
extra.
too.
die. All right. I got 2 5s.
2 5s. Real quick, go ahead and take... keep losing my thingy. Good thing I have a backup thingy. Go ahead and take... You just succeed. She looks at you. She like stares at you angrily for a moment, and then her expression wavers a bit, and she sighs. I don't have the bag. Did you have any other questions that you needed before I can be rid of you?
So there were no other visitors in the past day.
Visitors. Right. Go ahead and actually, what did you say to activate Baldur's blessing?
That was what I'd asked purely about if there was any visitors in the last day.
Okay. So she looks at you and just kind of seems to remember the festival. She remembers that one night, and she says, "Okay, yeah, there's been a few visitors. Let me see. There are currently, is your retainer doesn't have a guest pass right now. There are currently 3 guest visitors passes out."
That's a start.
I do not
These
believe
might be people.
I cannot disclose who they are, but there are 3 visitors passes out right now.
Oh, not even for us in this.
For us, huh?
Oh, it would just help greatly to aid our friend to retrieve his missing purse.
Go ahead and roll another charm check. With advantage.
Ah.
Oh, you mean enhanced?
No advantage.
Oh, okay.
All right. I got a 6 and a 5.
Oh,
Up
a
to
special
1.
kid, huh? All right, fine. Two students had some friends, family visiting, and there's one person here that said they were into sports and wanted to watch one of the games coming up. They were here to do some kind of like report on it.
Thank you very much, Olga.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
You've been of great help.
I know.
So, knowledge as
She
being a
gets ba-
student, what game is coming up?
So the sport here would be, it's weird because I feel like I'm just like ripping off Harry Potter with this, but like, it would be some kind of flighted, it would be like a flighted ball game. And it would likely actually utilize magic and be perfectly, like magic would be perfectly legal in it. And
So like an airborne volleyball?
I'm thinking more like a soccer, right? Like there would be a goal involved. There's always a goal. Like I said, I'm very. It feels like I'm ripping off Harry Potter here, but I imagine there would be a goal that would just be like a hoop or something, maybe with a net in it to make it easier to retrieve. But like, it would basically be like a soccer net, but like in the air, so it would just be a circle instead, and
Or a square.
And I imagine it's a pretty brutal sport that involves fire and pain. And they got magical healing here, they don't.
Yeah. Nothing's ever permanent except death.
Okay.
And friendship.
I mean, for that first one, Osama might beg to differ.
Knight's not eager to go through it again.
Have I ever tried it? Oh, well.
Have you ever tried it? No.
Okay.
We'll call it like. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So there's
Now-
the game of sports ball coming up.
Yeah. Sports ball. We can go like elf ball or something for now.
Fortunately, that sounds interesting, so I can actually see it being plausible that someone would come to the school to see the sport.
Oh yeah, lots of. I mean, I love the idea. It could be what it would be kind of similar to actually, except it's not like a sumo game. Is like the Legend of Korra sport where they're just straight up like throwing magic at each other and stuff. Like there's just fireballs and water and stuff, and the field would be really cool. It'd be like almost like a Pokemon gym where they'd have like all different terrains and they'd have like pools of water and stuff for like utilizing the elements. It sounds
like floating obstacles in the air.
Yeah, it's like a Pokemon arena. It's like a multi-person Pokemon battle where you want to get like the sports ball to through the goal. Pokemon battle meets Quidditch.
That sounds pretty fun. Like, when we're done here, I might want to go to the arena and to try a pickup game or something.
Oh yeah, I guess you don't technically even have to know how to fly. I imagine like Mogi and stuff would be able to utilize their particular strengths on the ground as well.
Mogi are the ball.
No. That'd be funny though. Each team has their own ball, but the ball is on the opponent's team, and they're trying not to get thrown through the goal. That I'll consider that. That might be a thing. I kind of like the idea of the ball is actively fighting against getting through the goal.
That would be fun.
Oh gosh. But it kind of causes some issues for like. It would be cool to be able to like shoot Earth up into the ball and launch it across or whatever.
Right. Maybe you have like a
then you have a dead Mogi.
armored spell, to protect the ball.
A gremlin could do it.
Shield spell. Yeah, a gremlin could do it. Gremlin ball. That would be well. What if the ball blinks?
That's a separate thing. That's a separate sport, and that okay. So the sport where the ball is fighting against getting knocked in, that's like a separate sport that gremlins play.
Yeah,
That's perfect. Sounds like something they would do. Okay. Anyway, so there's your little lead there. I want to just pause real quick and ask. So what do we know? What do we know here that you can extrapolate from?
Okay.
You know that the retainer didn't have a pass to his room. Only Aphid's pass could be used, and only upper level staff could potentially enter his room.
Correct.
We know that the purse was recently stolen, and he had it last night.
Mm-hmm.
We know that there's these 3 visitors that don't quite seem to be related to this so far. There's really no connection.
Hey, Aphid, could we possibly go to your room for a second?
Sure, I'm still not finished redecorating. It's still quite unappeasing, but I could let you in, yes.
Does anyone have a sleuth score?
What do you think
Nope.
I'm doing?
My character does.
Well, Aphid, I guess you're going to solve your own.
No, I am.
You are skilled in sleuthing, get this?
I'm skilled in investigate, and I have an investigator trait.
Ah,
Oh, he would be.
you are helpful. You're not just no.
Oh my gosh.
You're like a multi-tool. You cook for us.
Yes. Nightlight. Flashback
I'm
reel.
sorry, that's not what I meant.
Oh my gosh. He's digging the hole. I'm gonna give you. You get plus.
I'm just gonna. At this point, Kethis is just going to sit down under a tree and mope.
No.
Kethis, you are very useful. You are a great chef, and your alchemy stuff is great.
Yes, you make very good things. The portions are just a little small.
And you even have extra skills on top of all of that. So, like, your cooking skills enough.
Yeah. I think you would look super
Okay.
cute in a little Sherlock Holmes hat with like a magnifying glass that's like half your height.
I have the Sherlock Holmes vest on, but I can't have the pants because the shirt just covers my entire body.
Oh boy. So, all right, yeah. So so you're going up to Aphid's room.
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome to the room. You're there. Boom. Boom. That was fast.
Cool. So
Well, here it is. I still need to make the molding a little bit more of a golden inlay, but
You're changing the molding?
just some gold fleckling.
Wait, are you having workers come in and out of your room, or are you doing this yourself? Because if you're wondering where your purse might have gone,
No. I was just gonna do it myself. I don't mind getting my hands a little dirty.
oh, so okay. You're not afraid of working. That's interesting.
Okay, so just curious, where was the last place you saw your purse?
Uh,
Ethan would keep it close on him until he could find a bursar or a bank of
Okay.
some sort.
would you have it like on your person, or just like on your nightstand or something?
It would be. I think he would like.
Using it as a
Given
pillow?
his background, yeah, like given his paranoia, his background, it would be like under his pillow, or like he would hide it under the mattress or something like that, or under his
Well, that's
bed.
Okay.
Okay. See, it could be under your bed. And then at this point, once he says that, I'm going to use my investigator trait and investigate to see if I can find any clues or see if I can find any like traces of someone else or see if any windows were open or anything.
Okay.
Smart.
I will roll that for you. What am I rolling?
So my investigate is 2, and I am activating my investigator trait.
Okay.
Enhanced. Oof.
Okay. So
This is either really good or really bad.
so you
Yes. Yes.
looking around. All right, so you get a lot of information from just the state of the room. It's a little messy, partially because it's like, it might have
New
actually been
person moving
difficult to
in.
notice this. Yeah, so the room's a mess because he's moving in and because he was like
Yeah.
tearing his room apart looking for the stuff, right?
Mhm.
But you notice a, like something. Box or something. Like, what's something that would be on your shelf, Aphid?
Something that would be on my
Maybe-
shelf.
Maybe a coat.
Like
your coat.
Yeah.
You
my
notice a
maybe
coat
some finery.
on the ground, and you can kind of you look up and down and see where it came from, and it looks like it was probably like hung on like the corner of one of the shelves, or on like a hook over there, and you don't really understand why that in particular would be on the ground if he was just looking for his bag. And it doesn't seem like the kind of mess, like, that looks like something that already had a place, and it's not in that place anymore. It's near the window, or the hook is near the window, maybe a few feet away, like two feet away. And, yeah, so that seems a little odd that that's on the ground.
I'm going to check underneath the coat, and then I'm going to check the window to see if the window's unlocked.
The window, so checking underneath the coat, you don't find, checking underneath the coat. You roll me an investigate score, or roll a sleuth.
Investigator sleuth.
Sleuth. It's the same
Same
score.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. And is my investigator trait still active, or do I?
You have to activate it for every roll.
Okay, I'll activate it again.
Okay.
And does that give me? That gives me an extra die, right?
Yeah, +1 to the score.
Okay. So let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Where are you? Okay, there we are. Alright, so rolling my 2d6. I got a... Is it +1 to both scores, or just one?
+1 to your sleuth score. So your score is a 2.
Okay. Okay, I misheard. That's a 6 and a 5.
Okay. Okay, you do find underneath the, like, in the coat, when you pick it up, you don't see anything under it, but as you like pick it up and like are getting lost inside of it because you're so tiny,
Yeah.
Eventually you're like your nose gets tickled, and you sneeze, and you throw the coat off, and you see a feather floating down, a brown feather,
Brown feather.
floating down.
Elf feathers brown?
Elf feathers are many colors.
Okay, they can be many different colors. We're looking for a brown feathered elf.
Wait, elves have feathers in this?
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, these are like fae, high fae. Like, okay, never mind.
So
I caught.
Yeah. You might have missed the description. So they stand about like 2 to 3 inches taller than a human on average, and they have antlers that add another like foot or so to their height, and they have very large wings that are folded up behind them while they're walking that add another like foot or so to their height. That's why the building is so huge here. All the hallways are so massive. Because they just take up a lot of space. And when they're flying, their wingspan is like 13, 14 feet.
Okay.
Well, I don't think this belongs to you.
No, I don't keep birds or any such feathered creatures. Possibly an elf was in this room. If I'm
In the window?
Yeah, you said you wanted to check out the window too. Roll another check for that, just a separate check.
I'm going to once again use my investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're spending that AP like crazy.
Yes, I am.
Just got to use it on something.
544.
Oh yeah, you're good. Absolutely. You also find so you check out the window. You see a lot that's surprising to you.
Oh.
So
Also, I'm imagining I have to like climb up the bed and then climb onto the nightstand in order to get to the window.
I mean, I can lift you up.
yeah, you can actually probably fit on the windowsill once you're up there. You see at the top of the window, you see scuff marks on the upper part. Well, scuff marks might not be the right word. You see like
Fingerprints
furrows,
or the
like,
equivalent.
more like scratches, on the top part of the window, on the wood part. And you also see that like half of the window is locked.
Only half?
It almost looks like, yeah. So imagine that there's like 2 locks, right? Like one on each side of the window.
Yeah.
It like one of them, maybe both of them. Both of them look like they are like closed, but only like part way. Like they didn't get all the way closed through. If you were to jiggle the window, they would open up. But as it is, no one. It does look like they were, like the window is locked right now, though very easy to break into.
Hey, Aphid, did you have the window open for fresh air last night? And I'm going to start pointing out the scratches and that it's not actually locked.
Yeah, and when I say there's scratches, there's like 2 very distinct scratch marks, like in different locations, about like 6 inches apart or so.
Yeah.
Go on, Aphid.
I wonder.
Oh, no, I wouldn't open my windows. It's quite cool.
Well, it looks like the windows were opened. And there's even a pair of scratch marks up there.
Osama remember? I would imagine Osama would remember meeting have a list of like different elves he's met have brown feathers.
A lot. It's probably the most common feather color.
The most common feather color. Okay, that doesn't. Okay. Never mine then.
Would I be able to tell if my room was particularly targeted from the way things look?
If it was specifically targeted.
Yes.
What floor are we on, too? Are you on the ground floor?
You are not on the ground floor. You are, like, third floor or so.
Well, it wouldn't matter if you were on the ground floor because, and I'm going to point at the feather, they fly.
Well, it would be good to know that we're not dealing with a whatchamacallit. Words are escaping me. That's okay.
A groundling?
Falsely accused? Like, gremlin, yeah. Well, it's good to know that we don't have a red herring, the feather. It's not planted evidence. That's what I was thinking.
Nolan, I'm not sure how to answer your question because I don't quite understand what you mean. Like, how might you figure that out?
So in Aphid's mind, Aphid thinks that this is something that he would not like he might have an idea who, like, in his paranoia and the which he hasn't really gone into, he's trying to see, he's curious as to whether or not this is something that like he was targeted for political reasons, like he might be here for like this heist of his possessions, of his finances, might not just be happenstance in his head.
So
yeah, like
Sir.
So that's a really interesting like thought to have, suspicion to have, but I don't know how you could determine motive just by looking around.
Like there's no sign, like the way I guess to frame it, right, like there's like we would need to probably look at the other windows and see if like there was several attempts and this is just the one that they perhaps got into.
That's something you could do.
Yes,
that is absolutely an idea that you could do. I'll have you make a sleuth check from looking back to this morning when you were looking around, just see what you might have gathered.
Could I like stick my head out the window and just look at my neighboring windows from...
You could, but they would be like, like at a flat plane angle. They'd be pretty far away.
It'd be hard to see.
I could hold you outside your window.
Be careful out there.
Here, little friend, I will help you see outside.
So yeah, Aphid would be unable to investigate the windows without a ladder or something, right?
Or an Osama.
Or going into the other people's rooms. You could also do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Everybody's rooms next to me is the parties, right?
One room next to you.
There's one.
And then
Yeah, mine.
And then across the hall. Okay.
So you could.
So I will go and let Aphid into my room.
Okay. Looking at the windows, you do not see any of those same suspicious markings. The window is more or less immaculate, if maybe a little bit waterlogged from some early days practicing magic by your roommate.
Sean, just real quick, we are getting a lot of glare from the side of your window.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
Fine. You can see me. It's okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
The delayed reaction. Oh boy. Alright, so yeah, you don't see any of those telling marks. The window is locked properly. The latches are like fully closed. Mystic is just curled up in the corner. He's watching you guys. Jethro didn't like hear anything during the night himself either.
I would like to get the feather, and can I activate my open eye insight just to see if I can gather more information from this feather?
So we did determine that your open eye was the looking down thing, right? Or
It's
was
an
it just
enhanced insight roll.
or just an activatable, like a narrative insight?
That's a narrative.
I don't know what you want to get from, what insight you want to get from a feather. It's definitely not lying to you.
It would be impressive if the feather could lie to you. It's
You don't
really,
know? No,
it's really silver, not brown.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's a different. It was painted, like the molding.
All right.
Okay, so that was an interesting theory. So yes, based on at least on Ventorum's window, his was not targeted.
Knew that Aphid was coming here. Other thing.
No, Kethis, are you were? Wait, was Kethis next door to me?
No,
This is-
only
No.
Ventorum.
Kathis is like down
Oh.
on the ground floor in a totally different wing.
Okay. Was it It was Osuma that was the other one next to me.
Different wing.
Oh, different wing. Okay.
Ventorum. Ventorum's next to you. Ventorum and Jethro are in the
Yeah.
same room, and across the hall is Theatrix and Gretel.
Okay.
Yes.
The other rooms are not filled.
Okay.
Most of them seem to be used. Well, Ventorum would know that most of them are used for like storage purposes, and that they actually, you might have even seen. It might have been weird for you, like you didn't really know why. Oh wait, no, the room that that Aphid is in was actually cleared out before,
Oh,
which was a little weird.
Kethis would not know this.
was it? What was his name? The senior guy from before who was growing really big.
Oh, Tigum.
Yeah, Tigum. Was it his room?
Tigum was an elf. Tigum did not live
Oh,
there.
he was an elf. Oh, okay.
Was he?
To ask Borg for help.
To ask Torg for help.
That's a... Oh yeah,
Borg would know.
just call Torg. No, we need to do it ourselves. Torg
Yeah,
would solve
we-
it too fast.
Right. Oh gosh. Only know. Well, okay, wait. So the scratches. Do elves have? Elves don't have claws,
They do not.
but they have antlers.
They do.
That's probably. Kethis, does it look like those scratches were from antlers? They look a little close together. They were only 6 inches apart.
I can take a look and see.
Yeah, you are pretty sure that they were caused by antlers.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. It's only the most common common race in this area, so we have
And
a
it looks
lot
like
we just know it wasn't a human and it wasn't any of us.
it was a elf with brown feathers, although that doesn't narrow it down much either.
Can I
Listen
do
to
a
Yoki.
focus check when Aphid was moving in? Was there anyone in particular who was around?
That's gonna be a very hard check.
Yeah, I figured.
And if you ask Osama, maybe Osama would have a better chance at remembering.
It'd still be a very hard check.
I can activate
Yeah.
the fact that I have a very good memory.
You could. It would be possible. Ventorum, I would say, honestly, you probably need 3 hits to actually pin down a person. Otherwise, you might remember that there were people around, but, actually knowing who was around would be... that's like a psych moment, right?
Mhm.
That's like seeing back into the past in detail.
Love psych.
But I'll let you try it. If you have 3 dice, you can try.
Is that focus?
Yes.
Okay. So, don't have 3 dice, but if I get double 6s, would that count as 3
That
hits?
would, yeah, that would count.
Um,
You got a 1 in 36 chance of doing this.
Un momento,
You know what?
por favor.
I will.
I'm going to. Do I see Ventorum really struggling to think about it? Digging through his brain.
Steam is starting to come out of his ears.
You probably see him. You don't know what he's doing. You just probably see him with a concentrating look on his face.
Ventorum, are you okay? Here, have a cookie.
Oh, okay. I'll eat the cookie.
Are you gonna get
Yeah.
drugs? Is this what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That is a magic cookie.
What will that do for his memory?
Chocolate helps the brain work.
Oh,
Maybe he just needs
No,
a little
but-
brain fuel.
I am. Before I do my roll, I think I will bounce it off of the others. So we are looking for an elf with brown wings. Did we see anyone who fit that description around yesterday?
I'll make the attempt to remember, and I'll activate the fact that Endu have excellent memories.
That is fair.
And can I assist that? It'd be we could assist each other.
So normally, that would just be a definite yes, but this is kind of something that's in your own brain, so I don't really know how you could assist that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let.
Does the activation just give me 1 extra dice or enhance my?
Yeah, 1 extra die, or increase your score by 1.
Okay.
I tried.
And actually,
Don't
you know what,
recall.
Aaron? That might be a yes. Because you could talk about it. You could be like, there was this one guy, did you see him, right? You could kind of work together. So yeah, go ahead and roll that extra die for him.
It wouldn't matter. I've only gotten 1 hit.
Oh, okay. Well, you...
Out of 3 dice, I got 1 hit.
You
Well,
definitely
somehow,
know...
too self-absorbed and the new friend is like, oh, I actually wasn't paying attention.
Aaron, did you get a hit?
I'm sorry, Ventorum.
It would have been 1 hit. Yeah, I got a 4.
You did get a 4. And
Yes.
Sean also got a 4. Or Sean also got a hit. So you got 2.
Rats,
I'll
my magic
say
cookie didn't
you
help.
do remember one person that you just know. I'll say Tillum. You recognize Tillum. Tillum was there. You remember seeing him walking by, or flying by, and you remembered it just because you know him.
Uh-huh.
Imagine Tillum has brown feathers.
He does. How did you know?
I remembered.
Tillum's our friend.
Is he?
Well,
So,
yeah.
again, okay.
We can say hi to him.
I also wanna just again update what do we know here? We know that Aphid was the only one with the key, and that it went missing during the night. And you pretty much know that an elf with brown feathers did it.
Yes.
Came in through the window, so they didn't need a key. It didn't need to be someone who was high up. And it didn't have to be a high-ranking staff person.
Actually, can we go outside?
Can we go outside?
To the bed. Yeah, well, let's go outside. Guys, I want to test
let's
something.
Okay. Go right ahead.
I'm going to fly up to my window and try and open the window from the outside.
The window is locked.
Okay.
Through aphids?
Well, is there a way that it could potentially be picked? I'm not actually going to go ahead and try pick it, but
Do you have a lockpicking ability?
I do not.
You are not educated enough to know how you might pick this lock.
Okay.
It is locked from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
I'll then fly over to Aphid's window.
Okay. And you're looking around it?
Yeah.
You do see some scratch marks on the windowsill at the bottom, near where the locks are.
Oh, okay. So, I guess it is pickable.
Good, if you don't mind me asking, what was in this purse that was so valuable to you?
Oh, you know, the just a small stipend courtesy of my family and traveling, and several gems, really.
He nods, but it's clear that Osma doesn't really understand what you're saying until you say gems, and I'm like, ah.
Ah, you died for gems.
I almost died for gems. It wasn't gems that ultimately got me. It
Can you guys
was.
stay here for a second? I need to run to my room to grab something real quick.
Katniss is running to your. Okay.
And so he goes inch by inch, step by step.
And I see.
What do you see?
Valuable. Clearly someone who needed money. Doesn't get us very far.
Well,
I am going to look at the other windows around to remembering what Aphid wanted to check. Do I see scratch marks on any of the other windows?
you do not.
Okay.
You might see some signs of explosives from the inside on a few of them.
But that's normal. Yeah, that's normal.
Eh.
Ah,
Ah.
I figure because I'm tiny, I take like 15 minutes to go to my room and then I come back.
All right. You're really not slow. Not that
I know,
slow.
but I know I'm not slow, but I'm tiny, and this campus is made for much, much, much larger people. So
That's why you're on the bottom floor.
fair.
That's exactly why you're on the bottom floor. Bottom floor.
we're already outside, so.
Okay, that's fair. So maybe like 5 to 10 minutes.
So you're back.
All
After that.
right.
We know it was picked from the outside. We know that it was.
I'll fly back down
valuable.
and repel them with all the information I got.
You know, it was a brown feathered elf.
You said that.
Doesn't narrow it down enough. I mean, unless if there's an elf that is particularly,
Good at lockpicking.
oh, good, sure, good at lock.
Did they say
High
that
criminal
they?
record.
Did they say that they remembered, or did they tell Aphid and I that they remembered that one elf flying by?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, we were talking about it freely and openly. We were like, oh, yeah, Tillum was flying around.
Should we go talk with Tillum?
He seemed like a friendly fellow in the past. I don't know if he's under any financial trouble.
You can absolutely go see Tillum. You know where he lives because you've hung out with him a few times.
Yeah. It's our friend.
Or is he?
Dun dun dun. Okay. That couldn't hurt.
Alright. Yes. No. Let's not start with any accusations. Let's just say hi with him, see how he's doing,
Okie dokie.
and then
Well, yeah, let's visit Tillum, see if his lifestyle has changed at all
Ah,
in the
Alright, yeah.
past.
you go visit Tillum, and he is.
And oh, sorry, I was just going to say before we get any further, before we knock on his door, I'm going to take a small sip of something from my bag.
A small sip. Interesting.
Like, well, for Osama, it would be a very small sip. For me, it's probably a good swig.
Okay,
Because,
so a little something to get you through the day.
Not what you're thinking of, but you're on the right track.
Okay.
Okay. To each their own.
You go to his room, and he's there. He answers. He's, oh, Ventorum and friends. Hi. What brings you here?
we were just around the area. Want to see how you're doing.
Oh, well, I mean, you live here. I assume you're around the area.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, how's your growth potion going?
My what? You recall that was Theatrix's growth potion.
Oh, right.
And that
right.
it was
She made
used on
potion.
Tillum's brother, not him. And you
right.
And you did vow to keep that secret, to never share it with anyone.
Oh. Wait, I did do that? Oh, never mind. Scratch that. I forgot I made a vow.
Reverse.
No one can break it.
Okay. It's been like a year since that happened.
Oh, yeah, we don't want you to explode.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
We should promise.
So, yeah, no. What's Tillum studying?
Tillum
Did
is a
I know
healer.
that?
Tillum uses healing magic.
Ah,
He's a good friend.
oh, cool. Okay, yeah, definitely. Well, that's our friend.
Are you all right?
Oh, yeah. Well, not really. Haven't been feeling too well. Was wondering if you had anything to help with that.
Oh,
Being a healer and all.
sure. What's the problem?
My arm's been acting up. It's been like getting stiff and feeling pain.
Forum, I did not know you weren't feeling well. Why didn't you say anything?
I'm saying something now. I wanted to go see my buddy Tillum.
I suppose I could. We have a nurse, you know.
Yeah, but she doesn't like me that much. Honestly.
Understandable. Sure. We'll have a look at that. And he has you place your arm out and channels some magic into you. He just like places his hands on your arm and it begins glowing a gold color. And I don't know if you actually had any issues with your arm. Did you?
No.
Ventorum, your arm seems fine.
Oh, okay. Oh. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh,
About what time is it?
must have been a very good healer.
What time is it?
What? Yeah, like what time of day?
Oh, you're not asking him. You're asking me.
I'm asking you. Yeah. Yeah.
So I said this would be after class. And you've been at it for like maybe an hour, 3 or 4. 4. We'll say 4.
4 o'clock.
Late day.
Okay. Alright, well. So. Wanted to get it checked. Guess. I don't know, it might have been psychological.
Didn't I see you in the square yesterday? He says, noticing Aphid. In the gardens. Ventorum, is this a visitor of yours?
No, he's a new student here.
Oh yeah, let me introduce you. This is Aphid. I've been showing him around campus.
Oh. Well,
hello. Yes, I am Aphid of House Gardellan, and it is nice to meet you.
likewise. Tillum looks very uncomfortable and confused why you are at his doorway with a large party of people.
I'm confused now, too.
And lying about your arm being wounded.
Can I see what he's thinking?
Let's go. I want to go.
So, with
This is becoming infinitely awkward.
Yeah.
Because I actually drink the potion.
Lied about your arm?
You just took a swig, right? Not the whole thing.
Yeah, I just took a swig. Like the guy who demonstrated with the snake, you know. He took only a swig and he was able to read the minds of everyone around him for at least about a minute. And I remember that because I remember thinking that his snake, complimenting the snake, and then the snake blushed because they had a telepathic communication.
You had just taken a swig of it to do that?
Yeah, he just took a sip. I took a little bit more of a. I took more than a sip, and
did he give it to you, or was this loot from before?
So this was So this was loot from the castle that we handed to him to confirm. He confirmed what it was and then handed it back.
Okay. So with the amount that you consumed, you would only really be able to get like surface level very surface level things. For a short period, yeah. So you basically get confusion from him. He's just really confused and uncomfortable. And he's thinking
Yeah.
like, why are these people here? Why is that Mogi looking at me like that? Can I just want to go back to my reading now.
Yeah, well, thank you for taking a look at my arm. I'm gonna get back to showing Aphid around. And, yeah.
Okay, bye.
I'm going.
Bye.
Like you guys aren't even that close of friends. You're just like acquaintances.
Yeah. Okay.
He like
Wow.
with an awkward look on his face, he just takes a step back from the door and it seals up.
This is why no one around campus likes me that much.
That was very strange. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he's in the clear.
Torum, you should really speak up more if you're not feeling well.
Yeah, I should.
What was that ploy?
I don't know.
I'm gonna extract information from him by pretending that I'm in pain.
I wanted to think of a legitimate reason to say hi to him.
So you came up with an illegitimate reason to say that. Oh my gosh.
That's all I can think. Alright.
Wow.
Let's
Oh,
let's go to the market area.
Okay.
See if anyone's buying a lot of stuff.
Not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
Everyone in on this plan?
I think that's an excellent plan.
Alright. You head to the market area, and you pass by several shops, many of which you recognize. There's Weaselton's Weaselly hats, or whatever it's called.
And I take it by this point, the potion's well worn off.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll put some doses on it. Go ahead and give it like... Give it like, 4 more.
We can
doses.
also figure out dosage after the session.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we'll have some doses on it. And you see Weaselwoods, that's what it was. Weaselwoods hoods, and you see like the Gardellan Trading Company and like you know, there's like a
That sounds
gem, like a jewelry store, and just all the stuff. Smithies, leatherworkers, tailors, whatever you want. You're gonna make
Wait, there's a Gardellan trading company in the city?
Oh. Yeah, you never noticed that?
No. Well, he might have, but he looks at Aphid Gardellan and the company. Wait. He's just looking back and forth.
Oh,
And
yes, this is one of my family's outposts. I am Aphid of House Gardellan, and my family has rose to prominence because of their established merchants network.
Let's see. Oh,
Why would anyone dislike the merchant, though?
Dislike?
How about we check the gem store since it's nearby? But do you recognize any jewels, perhaps?
Do you recognize any jewels?
I mean, if you, I don't know. I think I would recognize.
I didn't really keep track
Weren't
of
that
them.
self-absorbed?
No, we use jewels because traveling with about 50 gold in coin is quite well,
Cumbersome?
quite a risk. Cumbersome and quite a risk.
Perhaps we should ask the shopkeeper in case anyone has pawned off or sold gems recently.
Eh? Yeah, go for it, huh?
All right.
You,
I guess I'll do it. The big, scary, Jotun-looking giant. Hello, shopkeep.
As you walk
I,
in,
like-
lumbering and hulking through and, like, trying not to knock over all of the jewelry cases and stuff. Yes, Aphid?
Oh yeah, I was gonna like kind of assist in some way if I could, by like, flashing my Gardellan insignia and just like swinging my like name around, I suppose. Like,
Okay.
like if he needs like some kind of assistance or like just like some social weight, I suppose. Like.
I have the social weight. I'm blessed by Balder.
Yes, yes.
But that
So-
can help too.
As you're hulking through, you hear, "What? No! Whoa! Wait! Get out of here! Get! You may have been
I'm
blessed
sorry.
by Balder at the festival, but that does not excuse you from bumping into all of my displays."
I'm sorry. I start to back out. Just a moment of your time.
And a Mogi is there, jumped up on the counter with like a monocle, a Mogi with a monocle, and a jewelry like thing, the little mini glass, the little microscope thing that they keep.
I'm going to like kind of slide past Osama and go up to the Mogi while still on the ground and say, hi.
Ho ho!
I find it really funny that there's a Mogi in charge of a shop.
Oh yeah.
with
What you got there?
Why, all the finest wares in the city, of course.
Ooh, fantastic.
What do you got there?
Oh, gosh.
I like looking at some shiny things. Ooh, do you got any of those green gems?
Bead of sweat begins to
course.
drop down someone's
Of
forehead.
course I do. I've got rock candy, I've got rocks, emeralds,
wait.
malachite, limestone, you name it.
Ooh. How much for a piece of rock candy?
He just hands it to you. Here you go.
Yay! Thank you. Ooh, do you have emeralds?
While they talk about that, Aphid. Okay, yeah, so you absolutely can.
Another shopkeep.
Is there another shopkeep? Let's see. Who might like gems? Gems in this city. In this city of all places. Probably just another elf.
Yeah. Great.
Or, actually, as you wonder that, you do see, you hear, what's all that racket? And the voice sounds like stones grating across each other. And from the back room comes a dark elf, known to you as the race of the Deep Forged.
Yes. Okay, someone who isn't prejudiced against me. Great.
He looks up at you, gets an angry expression on his face, and says, "What are you doing here?
God damn it.
Who let a Jotun into my shop?"
A Jotun.
This would be a good time to flash your insignia and do some talking, Aphid.
Yes. Well, you see, I've recently come into a bit of a predicament. And I was hoping that maybe perhaps you could help me, or I don't know, you might know of somebody that can help me. In exchange, I might be able to help you with your business, perhaps. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Aphid Gardelin of House Gardelin, and if you saw that shop over there, that's one of our outposts.
He raises an eyebrow, looks to Kethis, looks to Osama, frowns at both of them, and then says, "You two can follow me into the back. It would be good to work in quiet."
Okay.
Aphid is a little taken aback. Perhaps I will be able to join. They are helping me with this task.
Yeah, I think
he's talking about you. I think he's talking about you and me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Leaving
was
out.
not allowed to come inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mogi is like doing a combination of like talking with Kethis and like poking Osama with a broom, trying to get him away.
Osama just is not like, this is like, okay, I'll be here.
No, I will be back soon.
He tries to avert his eyes from all of the gems around as he has flashbacks of giant stone praying mantises and the such.
Mm-hmm.
Aphid Ventorum, and I mean you're welcome too as well, Kethis, if you decide to stop talking about emeralds.
No, Kethis is very, very content with talking with another Mogi.
All right, Ventorum, humans, you are the non-elf races are in the back room together.
All right.
So what is it that you need, and what is it that you're offering me?
Primarily information. That's what we need.
Are you gonna spit out your questions? What is it?
Yeah. Has anyone recently come by and pawned off quite a bit of gems?
He narrows his eyes. What's it to you?
I'll look to Aphid.
Well, sir, those gems happen to have been mine, and if you can help me, I can put you into contact with somebody that can help you expand your business, of course.
Well, as a matter of fact, a young lad did come in yesterday. Or this morning, I suppose. A young lad did come in this morning, just a few hours ago, and with a large sack full of gems. I gave him a fair price for each of them.
Did you happen to recognize any embroidery on this sack? Or the pouch, perhaps?
Now that you mention it, I suppose there was a monogram or something on it. I was more concerned with the fact that such a young fellow had a fortune such as this. But I'm not going to turn down some perfectly good gems.
Quite a hungry businessman. That'll work great for our network. How young was he? You did mention he was quite young.
Well, it's hard to judge an elf. But you could just kind of tell by the way he acted. Wasn't fully matured. Seemed like you might still be in school, the lad.
Were there any discerning features, perhaps, or did he leave you a name?
No name. Brown hair, brown wings, pale skin, freckles.
And by how much does this actually narrow it down?
The freckles narrow it down.
Okay.
Do you happen to know anybody with freckles?
Kind of scrawny.
Definitely not Torg.
Definitely not Torg.
Scrawny, immature freckles.
In school, so has to be one of the elementary school. Not that I'm
Well-
there, I don't know this.
You don't know anyone of that description.
Okay.
So I believe we've located the gems, but not the thief, right? Is this
You have
what I'm
located. You seem to have located the gems. Yes, you have the information that the thief did sell these gems earlier today.
This is what I can do for you. I'm going to need to have those gems back. They were not properly acquired. But as a thank you, I am going to put you in touch with my retainer, and he will introduce you to that outpost over there. If you ever wish to expand your business, we will allow you a few sort of logistical trips with our caravans and our shipments. You will be able to open up shops wherever you please.
All right. Great.
All right, thank you.
Anything else?
I believe you've helped quite a bit. Thank you.
All right. Good luck. I'll be expecting that retainer of yours.
Yes. Do you have a piece of paper and quill or inkwell pen? I will give you the address, and this is where he will be staying, and let him know that Aphid Gardelin owes you a favor. I will be in touch with him as well to of course, let him know of this situation.
All right.
Name that carries weight.
I'll hold on to these gems for another 2 days before putting them out on the market for you.
Wait, is that a good idea to put them out on the market for me, or should I?
He's saying he's going to hold on to them and not sell them until.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, until I hook
Yeah,
them up with the thing. I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or what? I'll give you more time to get the thief so that you can reclaim them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Will there be anything else?
I believe you've helped us quite a bit. Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Mhm.
And remember,
It was a pleasure. Oh,
Uh,
yes. It was a pleasure doing business for you. With you.
spread the word. Opal Eyes is the best place in town to get your jewels. And his eyes are made of opal. You are unfamiliar with the... You and I suppose the viewers are unfamiliar with the Deep Forge. They are carved... They are living beings carved from runestone. Essentially, basically like living statues of, like, magic.
Okay.
So you are talking to someone who resembles a human, like a Ranite, a more dwarvy, stockish type, but made of. Well, most of them will have like a gray, just stone skin tone, but the wealthier ones will actually like eat precious metals and the like, and gain attributes of it on their skin. And you see that he kind of has like a silvery sheen to him, and his eyes are made of opal, and he definitely kind of screams a rich rock dude.
Mhm.
Seems to be a very successful shop here. Honestly, most shops in this district are probably pretty successful. You're basically looking at the biggest shops in the biggest city in this area.
Okay.
All right, so you guys come up and you share the information about the freckles and the brown hair and skinny kid, elf, school age.
Yes.
Perhaps we should look at the registrar.
Registrar.
I don't know if Osmo would know that word, but go to the front office again, see if
Oh my gosh.
they would have they know everyone who goes in and out.
Gotta look up his student ID in the database.
I mean, I don't know if they have. I mean, their student IDs are runes carved on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how.
Yeah.
On the picture ID. Do they have magical picture ID?
No. They have tattoos.
Where exactly are the tattoos? Like, is it shoulder, hand?
Wherever you like. The standard is
Okay.
the standard to be on the wrist, like one of these
Okay.
areas. But wherever you want, really, they don't care as long as it gets close enough. Just think of it as like almost like your student ID at like school with the what is it called, NFRD, whatever. The
near field communication.
Yeah, the weird the cards that you can activate things with wirelessly. And how you like had to get it close to the lower receivers. So wrist would be the most practical option because you can just go boop. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be like backing up to it or whatever. I got the neck tattoo,
Yeah.
forehead tattoos. Beat your head against the wall until it opens the door.
The way I did at college. Back your bottom into it because I kept in my wallet.
Yeah.
Had to bump the sensor.
Yeah.
So okay. So we know a lot now. We just have to find this person with freckles. So we should go somewhere where there's going to be a lot of students, I suppose. I mean, do I remember any like this in any of my classes with Kaderi?
Let's see. You wait. Do you remember anything like this in your classes?
Like after hearing the description of someone with freckles, have I seen something like in my class with Kaderi?
You have not.
Okay.
So
that's an
here's
interesting
my
idea.
thought. It's probably getting close to dinner time. If he's a student, where do you think he'll go and eat dinner?
Dinner hall.
Okay.
Let's get some food.
Yay, dinner!
I like your train of thought, Ventura.
All right. So you head to the dining hall, where you are met with a sea of people. What is your plan here?
Well, I'm gonna get some food first.
I'm gonna use my height advantage to.
Your height advantage.
I don't imagine they're all flying around getting their food. You know, they're probably all on the ground.
Yeah.
So
you see a lot of nerds, basically. Scrawny, freckled, average-looking dudes.
all with brown wings.
Yeah.
And brown hair.
Not like a ton, but like 5.
Okay. Well, we could split up and confront. There's 4 of us here, so we can.
I'm not
confront
really
4
good
of
with
them.
confrontation.
I mean, you saw Ventorum's after last time.
Oh god, we're doomed.
Sweats nervously.
I'm getting food, and yeah. Do you point out the people you see?
Oh, I was thinking if someone just got a lot of cash from selling gems, would they eat at the dining hall or would they eat somewhere fancier?
I mean, the dining hall has really good food. I say as I'm getting food from one of them, and giving them a smile as I say that.
Kethis might feel a little insulted by Osama's statement there.
After all.
How does it work? The meals are included. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to pay a lot for this, remember?
So we
You did a
see
whole adventure
at
to get the money.
least 5. Yeah, we see at least 5 elves that fit the description of pale skin, freckles, brown hair, brown wings.
Yeah.
And scrawny.
And male.
Scrawny and male. And are any... I want to...
Do any of them have open seats by them?
Yeah, sure. Sure. A couple of them.
Cool. Let's sit down by oh, none of them are sitting near each other, right?
No, they don't seem to be like knowing each other or anything.
You mean the group of nerds aren't all,
Okay, stereotyping much?
I mean, that's what we did.
So I'm going to say, well, there's a couple seats open over there. Why don't we sit over there?
I like your thinking. Thinking
Hello?
something similar.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
There we go.
Hey, welcome back.
yeah, my audio kind of died there for a second. Sorry about
Ooh.
They went to the cafeteria to find students.
that. Okay.
We found 5 that matched the description.
And they're
My
trying to figure out the
cafeteria
best way
has
to
good
harass
food.
them.
It died out right after we said the suggestion. And okay, so we found 5 students.
Yes.
Okay.
And
We're
going
gonna-
to.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say we're getting food, and then we're gonna sit by one of them.
Hmm.
I still suggest we split up. Talk to most of them.
Okay. I mean, I could split up and go sit near, like, find an empty seat somewhere nearby one of them.
Yeah, sure. Kathis, you're doing the same?
Yeah, I'll do the same.
So as you two like aggressively sit down on either side of this guy, he just kind of looks like
Wait.
No, not
no,
the same
no.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah, different.
Yeah.
And not like right next to him, but like one table over.
All right.
Kefis is going to
For
go
the-
up to one of them and say, "Hey, is this seat taken?"
No?
Awesome. How are you doing, by the way?
Oh. You know what? I'm actually doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. I actually did pretty well in my most recent test, and I it was really stressful after like finals last semester, but like now it's. I mean, we had a cool festival and everything. Like, yeah, and he just like starts talking a
Awesome.
lot.
Awesome. And then Kefis being Kefis is going to talk a lot back. And Kefis is genuinely interested in the conversation.
Kethis has made a new friend.
Go ahead, and make a,
Da-da-da-da.
go ahead, and make a charm check for me. We're actually gonna enter a charm challenge here. For both of you, we will do. Yeah, just you're both in a charm challenge, and I'm gonna put an amount that you have to hit.
Okay. Am I good to start?
You are good to start.
A 6, a 3, and a 1.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, so you hit it off good. Everything starts off real good with him.
Woo!
Ventorum, what are you doing with your fellow?
Well, I sit down next to him. I start enjoying my food a little bit.
Okay.
You know, just being normal.
Yep.
And then, after a little bit, how's it going?
He looks up from. He was reading The Young and the Fleshless, and he looks up from you, or looks up from it and just kind of like glances at you like, you talking to me?
Yeah.
It's fine. Eating some food.
That's an interesting book.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Can't say I've heard of it.
Roll a charm check.
Okay. One.
That's you.
Okay.
I go back to eating my food.
Take 4 social stress.
Okay.
And we're gonna put it on. Honestly, we're gonna go ahead and say, if it breaks through at all, that's gonna be a failure on the test, on the whole thing.
Oh. So, oh well, I have universal stress and then regular social stress. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna just eat my food now.
He seems very weirded out by you. Kethis, you're gonna know this guy a little better though.
What are you studying? What are you studying? It sounds like you're doing great.
Oh, I've actually been studying wind magic. It's been a passion of mine for a good long while.
Ooh.
I'm getting pretty good.
Okay.
Can
You do any little tricks?
Oh yeah, I can certainly do little tricks. Roll charm here.
A 4.
1-4.
Yeah,
What's your charm score?
3.
All right. Oh, what? Oh wow, you've been low rolling.
Yeah, the roll was 4-1.
You are good though. You're fine. Aaron, gain a hero point.
Oh yeah. Keep forgetting about hero points. I don't fail often.
I've been working.
Meanwhile, I'm maxed out on hero points.
Oh, you could use some of them. I've been working on this thing where I like do this with my arm, this like slashing motion, and it like makes like a little like wind blade come out. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, you probably can't show it off here, but I would love to see it. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I don't think I actually got your name. I'm Kethis.
Oh yeah. My name's Demilio.
Hey, shut up. Nice to meet you, Demilio. So, how long have you been in school for?
This is my second year.
Nice. This is only my first year, so I'm still learning like a lot of things, and and I'm actually majoring in alchemy, but I'm really excited to be here.
You're majoring in alchemy.
Yes, I am.
Roll a charm. Yeah.
And then I'm going to dig through my bag and say, "Here, have one of these cookies I made. I made it as part of my alchemy class."
Ah. You give them a magic cookie?
Yes, I am.
Make your check with advantage.
Oh wow! So I'm actually rolling 4d6.
You are rolling 4d6 and dropping the lowest.
6, 5, 4, 3.
That's 3 hits. Oh wow! Thanks. That's awesome. And he tastes this like, these are the cookies from the festival. How do you still have
they
these?
are. I make them.
You make them?
Giving out magical cookies.
Yeah, I can make them. These ones are a bit smaller than the ones at the festival, but I'm also a little bit smaller than the cooks there, so yeah.
That is true. Hey, so what part of Elfheim are you from?
Oh, I'm actually from the Lavender Kingdom.
Roll charm.
I'm going to use a hero point to make that 3 a second 4.
A second 4. Okay. Ooh.
So it's 5, 4, 4.
Oh, 5, 4, 4.
Why didn't you make the 5 a 6?
Because I wanted the extra hit.
No, that's good. Take 4 social stress.
Okay.
And again, it can't go through to the health, or you'll fail.
Okay.
But he looks a little puzzled. He's like, Lavender Kingdom. I don't know if I've heard of that. It sounds really far away. But that's fine. That's cool. So, any reason in particular you sat down and next to me?
Oh well, you see, ever since I got here, I noticed that everyone seems to have their friends. Even some of the people I knew when I came here have their friends. So
I just completely forgot what we came here for.
so I know it can be difficult making friends. So I wanted to sit next to you and make sure that you weren't lonely.
Oh, well, that's so nice of you. Yeah, Professor Summers is like really mean, and like it's really hard to keep up with her workload. So I haven't really gone out of my way to talk with people much.
Oh,
And then there's that
that's
one
no
weird
fun.
kid, like he's always like doing crazy stuff and knocking things over and like I don't
It
even
was an
know.
accident.
It's kind of a like
Also,
it's like he's like just trying to be disruptive. It's so hard.
I'm not
Oh,
trying. I just don't have control.
You're like overhearing this from the next table over.
Yeah, I'm just muttering to myself.
Take psychic damage.
Okay.
That's not fun. Are the classes really difficult? They sound pretty difficult.
Oh yeah. I just said they're really difficult. But I'm pretty good at it. Yeah.
That's good. Ooh, I wonder. Can you make your Oh wait, you don't need to make yourself fly because you already have your wings.
Mm-hmm. That guy though, what's his name? Ventrilo? That Ventrilo guy is he can fly. That's pretty crazy. I mean, he always like he like knocks everything over every class, but somehow he's still able to do that. It's weird.
Are you talking about Ventorm?
Yeah. He had some kind of like weird Pangai name.
I think he's here to try and hone his wind magic. At least that's what I recall.
Yeah, well, he could do a better job at it, that's for sure.
I'm trying.
Uh,
Uh,
but yeah,
Remember the mission, Candace.
I'm glad that I don't have, written tests in my classes. I mostly just have to make potions well.
oh yeah, we don't really have to ride either. We just have to like do stuff. Like making feathers float and things like that without, knocking things over.
Osmo like walk like get his way like through like past Kethis and says, "Remember why we're here," and then goes and sits down next to the other one of the other suspects.
Here for dinner, though. I think that's why I'm here.
Oh my gosh.
Anyhow,
No, that's not why you're here.
Okay.
but then I say, can I see what kind of bag they have?
What kind of bag?
Yeah.
They're not necessarily carrying a bag.
Oh, okay.
The people who carry bags are usually like potions and rune crafting students.
So me, so I'm going to say, wait, you don't carry a bag with you?
Oh no. Like I said, all my studies it's basically just doing air control and stuff.
Oh,
I mean, I have maybe he has like a little satchel, like the little bag tied to his belt kind of thing. It's like, I mean, I keep my my personal things on me, but pretty much I just leave everything in my room. So like the elf rooms are actually really cool. We've got like balconies, so we can just like fly in.
ooh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it keeps us all from running into each other in the hall. That would be bad.
Yeah, Mogies don't really have that issue. We just kind of, we're small enough that passing each other in the hallway isn't that big of a deal. And plus, we're on the ground level, so,
Oh yeah, I bet being emoji seems pretty cool.
it has its ups and downs.
So are we just gonna be if we're just gonna be having friendly conversation, I might just move over to someone else.
So I'm going when he pulls his satchel out, I would like to investigate and see if I can see an insignia on it.
Okay. Roll it, I guess. Actually, you don't even need to roll it. You see no insignia.
Ooh. Okay, in that case, once I see no insignia, I'm going to basically assume that uh that Camillo is in the clear, and I'm just going to have continue having friendly chats with him.
Okay.
So you can move on.
He will say, as you converse with him throughout the lunch or dinner or whatever, he brings up, you're just talking about stuff, and he says, did you hear about that, like, that crazy, like, burnt circle?
Burnt circle? What happened?
Yeah, on the western edge of campus, like northwest area, there just like appeared this big like circle of burnt grass. It's like some fire mage must have boof.
I didn't hear about that. Oh, did you hear that apparently someone's dorm room got broken into though?
Wait, really?
Yeah, there were apparently they broke in through the window.
Huh. I did see someone flying around campus last night, and I thought that was a little weird because usually the gargoyles would catch someone doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I wonder, and bear with me for a second. I wonder if while the gargoyles were dealing with the fire circle, whoever broke in, caught whoever did that used that as a distraction. Now, I wonder where, like, do you remember who? I'm just curious at this point. Did you get a good look at who it was that was flying around?
No, but so I did see a now that I think about it, I thought it was a firework, but it might have actually been someone flying. They were like lit up, and they were going toward the northwest part. And then I think I saw another person going out to the northeast area.
Weird.
Yeah.
Sorry,
weird.
I'm just curious on if this is more than a coincidence, you know? No.
Probably.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You might be onto something. Here.
Yeah.
I made this in my knitting class last year. This might be perfect for you. Tell me where your room is, and I'll come deliver it later.
Oh, thank you so much. Yay, a gift. And then I'll tell him what room I'm in.
Cool. Back to you guys. What are you guys doing? I think he seems pretty successful over here.
Definitely be questioning another student.
Oh. Sorry.
You started questioning the student already, Clintorum. I don't know if you quit.
Not quite quit. I am whooping a little bit over here. Also, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, continue.
Can I use like sense? Just do I notice anything that might be a good conversation starter?
Oh, did you take the stress before?
Yeah.
Oh. There's the book. There's the sandwich that he's eating. I don't know. He's got a like an empty scabbard.
Oh. Look. Do you sword fight often? Or
Uh,
train with the blade?
sometimes.
Cool. What style?
Charm.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, charm.
Yes, I do
5.
charm styles.
5? 1-5?
Yes.
Okay. He looks at you and he says, I actually train in a, oh my gosh. In a, why can't I remember the name of my own freaking race? A Kale. I actually train in a Kale style, from Kaleisle. One sword,
Oh.
curved blade.
During this
I
time,
see. You're from Kayla?
No, I just
Or
like the culture of the of one of the nations over there.
okay. Which nation? Or actually, do I know the nation based off of his description?
You don't know the nation, you don't know the name, but like you are familiar with the general like Arabian zone.
Okay. Do I know what like that zone is called?
I think it might be called the Kingdom of 1,000 Nights.
Okay.
Wink.
The mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, the Kingdom of 1,000 Nights.
Um,
Else.
yeah. Charm?
Yes. 2.
Oh my god.
Actually, it's the 1,000 Nights Kingdom.
Oh.
But-
Okay.
Go on. You keep getting 6s because you are a dirty cheater.
Oh wait, do I get a hair point for that last one though? Even though I didn't
suppose
take
so.
stress,
Yeah,
I did fail.
yeah.
All right, like, oh yeah, I practice swordsmanship myself quite a bit.
I'm aware.
Mhm. Uh, oh, socially awkward
Socially
player.
awkward.
That is my downfall.
take a
Those are
moment
nice.
during this pause to.
Yes.
Yes.
So this whole time, while Kethis and Fentorum are having these conversations, I'm observing the other three,
Yes.
and taking time to, observe their behaviors. And I'd like to roll. I'd like to do an insight check to see which ones might seem more nervous than others. Like, if anyone's like kind of looking around, looking over their shoulder.
How many dice?
I have a 2 in insight, but I would like to activate my open eye.
You think they all look relatively calm and normal.
That is quite unfortunate.
Oh yeah,
I
very
guess I just-
unfortunate that they're having a good day.
Yeah.
It does suck, doesn't it?
Okay, they're all having a good day. I guess I have to pick one randomly.
Aphid, I want to check in on you. What's going on with you, buddy?
There was something about Cathay. So like I want to say Aphid's not gonna really engage with anyone. I feel like it would be like if he would make it obvious, like, oh, like I really am onto whoever. And so like I think he would be doing something similar to Osama where he's like kind of walking around trying to listen in on these conversations.
So
But like, well, yes.
yeah. Similar to Osama, nothing really seems to jump out at you. You might catch wind of Kethis' conversation mentioning like, hey, did you hear about that fire?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's try and wrap this challenge up because this is dragging on quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, you succeeded. You got a lot of information.
Yeah.
I had to directly prompt you, but
I know.
but we
Well, Kethis was trying to get the conversation to flow naturally.
maybe I should have been a little more. What's the word?
Upfront.
Yeah, I guess upfront about you passed the check, you passed the challenge. When I had you stop rolling, but yeah, I'll be a little more. I guess I'll be a little more verbal of that in the future. Ventorum, though, you've got 2 to go. If you just want a little bit extra, this is basically an extra thing.
I think Ventorum's good to just finish his meal.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bother this guy anymore.
All right. Well, then you all finish your meal and meet back up afterward and discuss what you heard, I suppose.
Can we talk by the dorms?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's just do it. We're by the dorms.
So I'm going to. Alright, so I'm going to tell them what I found out, and then I'm going to. When I get back to my dorm. Well, okay, 2 questions. One, did D'Amelio leave first?
Sure.
Okay. When I get back to the dorm, I would like to go to my room and see if go to the outside of my room with a group and see if there's any scratches or anything by the window.
You see no scratches or anything.
Okay, and my window's still locked?
Yep.
Cool. So I'm going to say, okay, let's go to that side of. Let's go to the back of the dorms.
Okay.
Oh, you
Like the back of
learned
the building?
something, Kethis?
Mayhaps. So
What is it?
I'm going to explain about D'Amelio, how he said that yesterday there was by the west and off to the northwest, I believe, by the west tower or north tower, the ring of fire last night, and then and I'm also going to tell them about how D'Amelio said that they saw someone possibly flying towards the dorms.
You saw someone flying away from the dorms.
Oh, he said that he saw someone flying away from the dorms? Okay. And then I'm also going to mention that he asked what room I was in because he was going to drop off a present he knitted.
Yeah. You drop by your room for that? Or
Yeah, I'm going to drop by my room.
you see a little detective hat, little Sherlock Holmes hat in front of the door.
Yes! D'Amelio's awesome!
Yeah, he sure is. What's that thing called? There's a special word for
A
it.
deer stalker.
A deer stalker, deer stalker.
Yeah, a deer stalker.
Yeah, you can stalk deer with the best of them. Yep, that's what you got.
And I'm going to do a very, very quick investigate check on the package and on the hat.
On the package and on the hat.
Yeah.
It's just a nice package.
Like, what do you find a hat? What do you looking
Okay.
for?
I wanted to make sure that he wasn't like trying to plant the satchel. Actually, no. Realistically, Cutthis wouldn't do that. He would just be like, "Yay, hat!"
Like,
I'm
oh
going
boy,
to
there's
go
money
into-
in it.
I'm going to go into the room to drop it off. Do I notice anything? Like, I don't notice anything missing or disturbed in the room. Do I?
You do not.
Sweet. So I'm going to say, I'm going to go back out and say, Demelia dropped off a nice little hat. Yay! Also, and I'm going to say, also Ventorum, he seemed to mention a lot that you tend to knock stuff over.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard that. I try. It's just. I can't control it that well, so.
It's okay. I know you're awesome enough to learn how to eventually.
Thanks, Gethys.
Well, I think it was interesting that you discovered something about fire, perhaps. We should all go there and investigate.
Ah.
Oh, but he did say that usually the gargoyles would catch someone flying around like that. So, he and I were thinking that the fire may have been a cover up for this.
We might be able to see if there's any connection, have some evidence by the fire.
Exactly. Let's go to the fire. And I put on the little Sherlock Holmes hat.
You are able to find the fire relatively easily. Turns out, once you started like asking around a little bit, it's been like a rumor going on. Like you guys have been pretty preoccupied with this whole thing. But for the rest of the school, they've been talking about this like, oh man, did you see that fire? And you go out and you see like a perfectly circular just ring of scorched grass that's probably 12 feet across.
Can I investigate to see if I can find any traces of anything?
You may absolutely make a sleuth check.
Sweet. And yes, I am using my investigator's trait.
Okay.
Can I burn more than one hero point at a time?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool, I'm going to burn 2 hero points to make it double 4s instead of double 3s.
Okay. You find claw marks in the ground. Around the outside of the flaming circle. You
Okay,
also... Oh, you know what I can do? I can give you 1 clue per hint, or 1 clue per hit. That's a good way to do it.
E.
So you see claw marks, and then you also see... in that area, you see some feathers. Just a few. Maybe even just like 1 or 2. They seem... It seems suspicious that there'd be so many clustered that closely together. Like, it could just be a feather that someone shed. But you see 2 white feathers caught on a plant just outside the circle. And one of them seems to be scorched a little bit.
So 2 white feathers here. One brown feather in Aphid's room.
Claw marks.
Both places had claw marks.
Well, the other place had antler marks, but these claw marks might be from gargoyles.
Antler marks on the top, claw marks at the bottom.
On the ground, yes.
Well, no. I thought you said at the bottom of Aphid's window by where the locks are.
I said there were scratches.
Oh, okay. My bad.
From the lockpicking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Signs of forced entry.
Yeah. So, I'm going to.
We should check with the gargoyles.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to check with the gargoyles, and I'm going to pick up the feathers, and like try and stick them in my hat.
Okay, you stick them in your hat. You have 2 little like Viking, like Thor feathers going off the sides.
Yay.
Osama, you were talking?
Oh, sorry.
This big fire circle. It looked like there was any sign of conflict other than the fire circle. I mean, there was the claw marks in the ground. Those look like gargoyle claws.
Let's see. They look like they could be gargoyle claws, yeah. Is there a sign of a struggle? Not really. Like what are you looking for? Like you see like
disturbed ground.
Looking closer at that, you do notice it looks like next to 2 of the claw marks, it does look it's kind of a divot, as though something launched off of it in a forward direction.
Towards the fire circle?
Towards the woods.
Towards the woods.
Toward the woods.
From the claw marks.
Yes, it looks like something pushed off toward the woods with great force.
Okay. So like in the same direction as where the feathers were caught on some plants that were already singed.
Yes.
Perhaps they made the big fire. They ran off into the forest and they followed. Let's follow that path.
Okay.
See what.
Are we going to be splitting up here?
Osama, can I catch a ride on your shoulder so I can get a better view?
Of course.
Thank you.
Maybe we're all going together, unless if anyone wants to see if they can question the gargoyles.
I could go up and try talking to the gargoyles.
They are on the roof.
Yeah, I could get up there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All
So
right.
perhaps the 3 that can't fly will just go with me, and Ventorum can go check, and he'll find us, Ventorum.
All right. Yeah.
Great.
Okay. So we're split it up. We'll start with Ventorum. We'll start with going up to the gargoyles.
All right. I fly up to one of the gargoyles. Actually, I look around and I pick a gargoyle that has a pretty good vantage point of, like, mine and Aphid's windows.
All right, you find one relatively easily. There's not a lot. There's like 6 probably, but 6 gargoyles is kind of a lot.
Mm-hmm. I'll fly up there. Like, hi.
Actually, 6 is probably too much. We'll say 2. There are 2 gargoyles in total.
Okay.
And they're actually both on the front of the academy. So neither of them are like facing it. But you are aware that they fly at night.
Okay.
Did Nolan just leave? Like, walk off camera?
I was trying to mess with the keys and I messed up.
He's
So
like,
Oh no!
yeah. I was trying to set up a key, but
Exit stage right.
all right.
yes, I had a backup just in case I messed it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you that's probably a good idea. You talk to the gargoyle. He is he's just looking straight ahead. Completely ignoring you when you approach.
I have a question about last night. Did you see anyone flying around?
This is where I'll actually have a charm challenge again.
Oh, yeah.
Question before that's rolled. Do I have to be near him for wish points?
You do not. You wished for them. You are not causing the magic. The magic of the tree or whatever is causing it. So, go ahead. Ventrilo. Ventorum.
This time I'm going to hold off.
Okay. I'll use my hero points to make that a 4.
Okay. I'm actually gonna have
I
a
sure
hidden.
do wish to succeed.
I'm gonna have a. I'm gonna have a hidden health bar here.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to notice you, or maybe it seems to notice you, but you can tell that it's trying to ignore you.
Mm-hmm. I understand that you have your job of keeping watch, but this actually has to do with security. I was wondering because one of the other students had something stolen, and I'm helping him try and find the one who did it.
Roll.
This time I will use the wish point. So instead of a D6, you're now for this roll you're going to be rolling a D20.
Oh,
That might be a little convoluted, honestly. Unless
that-
he has a D20 sitting around.
I mean,
Oh,
I've got
cool.
one.
Perfect. Yeah, so
Okay.
trade out one of your 6s with a 20. Those are really strong.
19.
Oh,
6.
Yeah.
Okay. Very special
Yeah.
wish points from a previous campaign. Very unique.
technically it was the same one,
True.
but you know,
Yeah. Not normal for this system, but they're neat.
absolutely not. But
Special rewards.
Mm-hmm.
I could see
So,
them
yeah.
being turned into just other hero points that you can use on people. But
yeah, yeah, because with this it's like
that might be
a
better.
Yeah, I could see that because with how it currently is, it makes it from a 1 in 6 to get a 6 to basically a 75% to get a 6.
Yeah, that was pretty much the idea. It was a really
Yeah.
cool idea, but it might be a little convoluted for the stream specifically. We're trying to showcase
Also
the system.
true.
So in future, we'll just change the remaining 2 to just they're hero points that you can spend on other people.
Okay, I'll change that now then.
Cool. But yeah, so you got, what was your roll in total? Counting that 1/6?
1/6.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a pretty good use of it, I guess. His eye flicks toward you, and he says, "Oh yeah, his eye flicks toward you."
Progress.
Oh, yes. So, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about what happened last night. About anything you saw, something that might be able to help me.
Okay.
So far, I did get a description of what the person probably looked like. A pretty basic one. They were skinny, an elf with brown feathers on their wings, and they had freckles.
Roll charm.
Two.
Just 2?
Aaron is sleep rolling.
Just two.
What's happening?
Okay. His eyes kind of like shift back forward. Or its eyes shift back forward. You get the feeling you haven't totally lost its attention, but he's like...
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't expect them to talk easily. They kind of stand still all day.
Right. I heard there was some interesting events happening last night with the Ring of Fire, or like a Ring of Fire, or the Circle of Fire.
Okay. Roll charm again. Remember to get a hero point for your last one.
Mm-hmm. 4.
He...
A 4 is the worst to get right after getting a hero point. Turn it into a 6.
He moves his eye back toward you and says, a magical fluke. That is all.
Mm-hmm. Just, it seemed kind of a coincidence. Apparently it happened at around the same time the other person broke into a room. Sure you didn't catch anything? Any other people flying around?
There was no one flying last night. We decided the explosion was simply that. Some careless student must have left out a potion, and something triggered it. Nobody flew.
Wait, you're saying it was just someone left a potion out? And no one was around when it went off?
Indeed.
But when we looked at the area, we found a couple feathers.
Feathers fall all the time. Have you not seen
But
where you are?
one of them was singed.
It was likely near the potion when it exploded. Potion,
I would
rock, who knows?
I would like to insight a gargoyle.
What's your insight? How many dice?
1.
One die?
Yes.
You think he's lying?
Stony expression there.
I think he's covering something up.
Actually,
Like the way he said it's been decided this. Sounds like either someone told him or paid him off or something. Like he's hiding something.
I actually like what Sean said there. This is going to be a diminished check because it's a gargoyle.
Yeah,
They are hard to read.
that makes sense. Yeah, I understand that. And I mean, I do have a hero point. I'm willing to. I probably can't use a hero point on this.
You could, I
I'm-
suppose. But I'm not going to tell you what the roll was.
Right. You know what? I'll use it.
You're going to use a hero point? Okay.
Yeah, so whatever you roll, add 1.
You think that he is telling the truth.
Let me see.
A way to know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
Alright. I guess it's up to us to see what we discover. Imagine back at the... We're looking for a trail of broken twigs and stuff in the forest to follow.
So we've got Aphid and Kethis there, both with sleuth scores, right?
Yep. And I'm going to see if there's a trail of basically anything that I can follow.
Okay.
Or that we can follow.
I'm assisting by giving you a better view.
Exactly. And I'm going to use my investigator trait.
So who has the higher score?
I'll have
Can't
3
actually
with
assist
investigate.
him, but Aphid can assist him.
Aphid... Yeah, okay. So, you guys will work together and go ahead, Kethis, and roll your sleuth check. But roll it as though you are at a 3+.
Oh, so my roll is enhanced. Okay.
It is increased. Your skill is increased.
Oh, okay. So skill increased plus trait. So I'm rolling 4 dice.
You're rolling 3 dice. You were rolling 3 dice and adding 1 to the number of hits if you succeed.
He's also activating his trait.
Yes, that's what gets him up to a 4 instead of a 3.
I got with the extra hit, I got 3 hits because I got a 5, a 4, and a 2.
5, a 4, and a 2. Okay, so you are able to make out a few, working together, Aphid and Kethis and Osama, are able to make out a few singed leaves. Or needles, I suppose. They're pine trees. A few singed needles. You actually first noticed the smell of burning pine. And they are in the air, as though someone were flying through here. And as you follow the trail, it doesn't last forever. Doesn't last a super long time, as though the fire ended after a time. It does veer to eastward. You're going northwest, and it starts to veer eastward, like to the northeast.
Is that back towards In relation to the school, where would we be?
In relation to the school, you were going northwest, and it starts going east. So you would be like above the school, north of the school.
I'm going to pull out my special compass.
The sun is starting to go down. Okay, you have a special compass.
Yeah, and this is a compass that always points north.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a regular compass.
Not in this world, it's not.
Yeah.
Compasses
So-
wouldn't be advanced enough to be reliable.
Yeah. So the compass always points true north, so I can tell and I can see where, so I can kind of keep track of where we were, right? Like where we were coming from.
You can keep track of the direction perfectly. So everything I just told you is perfectly accurate because of that.
Okay, and then I'm going to, using my compass, I'm going to, and I know it's not, the most perfect thing. I'm going to be adjusting my compass so that way I can see what direction we're going towards. So I'm going to basically be saying, okay, this is now heading east back towards kind of near the school.
Up and away. Going away from the school.
Oh no, it's going. You went northwest, and then east.
Wait. Yeah.
So you're going.
And then
you are
from
going
northwest. We are it's veering east.
Then northeast, right?
northwest veering. Yeah, it's going. Woof, it's going in like a curve. It's curving back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and remember, we were told that there was someone flying northeast. So maybe they went out west. They went northwest at first until they were out of sight of the school, and then changed course to go east to meet up with their person.
Wait a second. How did this guy know all of this?
How did I know all of this?
How did he know? How is he out at night? How was he out at night? Flying around. If people aren't allowed to fly and be out because there's gargoyles around, how did this guy know and see that someone was flying?
Well, he said that he thought it was a matter of something of like a firework. Oh man, I really don't want to lose my new friend.
Okay, well maybe he's fine. Maybe he's fine.
And Gethys is like going to lightly lightly sulk on Osuma's shoulder for half a second.
It's okay.
But
And stop. So it starts to go east, and you lose the trail a bit after it starts going east.
I mean,
Or
one
it
thing
just
we
keeps
could
going.
do. One thing we could do is, follow the trail until we go so far east that we're past the school.
Well, what I understood was that it doesn't go on forever. Like they probably start to go above the trees at a certain point.
Right, but my point, but what I was saying is continue down the path, because
Sure.
with the compass, we won't. With the compass, we can make sure we go in a straight line from where we lost the trail.
Okay.
That is very true.
We can go in a straight line and then try to. We know that the person trying to get back to the school, so let's see. We follow this line, and at what point would we turn to go to the school? then see where we end up. See if we can see any entry marks.
Yeah. Let's do that.
At some point, they have to go back into the tree line, maybe to sneak back to campus.
Aphid, I'm sorry we're bringing. Aphid, I'm sorry we're dragging you all around creation.
I would like to find out who this was to have personal reasons.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's getting quite late.
It is. It's getting late. It's getting dark.
It's everywhere. Actually, I think Osama's great. Feels great right now with the night sky is like, great.
Epis is perfectly fine because his fur keeps him warm regardless.
So I am going to point out that is regretfully a little past our window of time, and I know it's very late for most of our players now. Do we want to stop and save the rest for next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have to be up early. I have quite a weekend ahead of me.
Yeah, I've got to be up at 9, and I've still got a fair amount of stuff to do tonight, so I think this is a good... And also, this is a pretty decent place to pause.